Hey, big thanks to LongevityShopping.com for sponsoring this interview series. We're at the Newport Beach Investor Conference. We couldn't do it without LongevityShopping.com. If you have not checked out the website, definitely do that. I'm here with the founder right now, Brad Turner. Hey, Brad, big thanks for sponsoring us and bringing us out here today.
Oh, we're so excited, Adam, and I'm so glad you're here doing a great job as usual, man. We have a great lineup of people that you're interviewing, and it's just a really great event as always.
LongevityShopping.com. Check it out. Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to Apply. All right, so today I am in Newport Beach, California, and I'm at the Newport Beach Investor Conference, and let me tell you, all kinds of fun here. Meeting investors, we're meeting founders, co-founders, we're meeting individuals raising capital. We had an amazing pitch competition earlier. I'm telling you, if you haven't been here, definitely come out here next year. Again, Newport Beach Investor Conference. And my next guest is Emmanuel. Emmanuel, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So what brings you to the conference today?
I had to come see for myself. It's garnered such a great reputation in California and the environment for bringing great minds and great thoughts together with people who would want to invest in seeing great dreams come true.
Yeah. So give us a little bit more about your background and what you do.
I'm a physician scientist, also a surgeon. I curate longevity protocols involving the use of human cellular tissue products, exosomes, bone marrow, aspirates. I'm sure you've heard of PRP.
Yes, of course.
Right. And we're also going to start doing plasma exchanges because I believe all the inflammatory components of pathology and oncology and any other immunological disease are to be found in the plasma. So extraction of the plasma and replacing it with, inert, so to speak, 5% albumin. The only metaphor that comes to mind is that our bodies were built like Ferraris, but we've never had an oil change.
That's a good one.
Right. So the plasma exchange treatment is an oil change, which we've all needed. It can even go as far as getting rid of the spike proteins that were injected into us from COVID. Right.
Now, the longevity space is hot right now. Lots of people, everybody's talking about it. How did you originally decide? I know you didn't just start in this, obviously. I know that. But when did you originally start? When did it start originally interesting you in your practice?
To tell you the truth, I think I've been ahead of the game for many years now.
Well, what you're describing, you had to have been.
Right.
Go ahead,
even pre-COVID, I was already interested in the use of hyperbaric oxygen, not just as chambers, but exercise.
Hold up, we got a hyperbaric chamber here. Did they pay you to say that?
No, they couldn't pay me enough. They couldn't pay me enough, right?
We're just playing with you.
Right. But I'm saying, hyperbaric oxygen chambers and exercise with oxygen therapy. The only marker that you can change that reflects on your longevity is your Vmax O2. There are very few things that can shift that needle. Hyperbaric oxygen and exercise with oxygen therapy are one of the best life hacks that can actually give you measurable improvements.
Explain that. The Vmax, just for those at home that maybe haven't heard exactly what you're talking about.
The max rate of utilization of oxygen. Right. Everything boils down in the end to the delivery of oxygen to the end tissues, right? The most anti-inflammatory molecule that we know is oxygen. If you can deliver oxygen to where it's needed, you're 50% of the fight against pathology and aging. And neurodegenerative diseases.
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
Wow.
Find a way. Breathe. Yoga is about breathing practices, delivery of oxygen. Right? When you unclog vessels that are blocked, it's about delivery of oxygen.
Wow.
Because our blood, all it does is carry oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
The most efficient thing it does is carry oxygen to the end user. If they can't get oxygen, they'll starve.
Wow.
Right.
So looking at this and maybe taking it a step further, I want to know more about what your company does. So what are you working on right now?
Well, right now we're working on a number of things. Peak Existence, as I said, we're curating a practice that focuses on pain relief through interventional pain procedures, minimally invasive. We don't want to fillet anyone open.
Yeah, of course.
We're able to perform a lot of procedures endoscopically, right, using endoscopes, and therefore avoiding having to cut ligaments and bone and nerves. It results in 95% success rates compared to 50% success rates with
and recovery must be completely different, like night and day.
Time. They could get off the table the same day.
Wow,
that's a huge thing for a young person who's active and working right. So you're not going to stay in the hospital for 6 weeks.
Yeah,
right?
And that's going to make them more like. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. I don't want to overstep, but you let me know. That's going to many times make it more likely somebody's going to do the procedure and not do further damage.
Correct.
Because I'm thinking about not right now, Adam, but 20-year-old Adam. You tell me I'm down for 6 weeks. I'm like, that doesn't hurt that much.
Even 40-year-old Adam or 50-year-old Adam, you got a family to feed.
Ah, that's true. Right. That's true. I'm like, can I do my interviews from the bed? I mean,
you know, the biggest thing, right, after surgeries, it's not the surgery itself. The surgery could be successful.
Yeah.
The biggest killer is because of the inactivity, thrombosis, they throw a clot.
Whoa.
That's all she wrote.
Wow.
Right? Because the
never thought of that.
The anesthesia contributes to that. The lack of mobility contributes to that. The dehydration contributes to that. Right? And all of a sudden a clot forms in the groove behind the knee.
Yeah.
And it pops up, blocks the lungs, and that's all she wrote.
Man.
Right. So you want to avoid anything that will have you laid out for a prolonged period of time.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And so where's this at right now? Like, talk to me about actual delivery and like your vision for your company and going forward and into the future.
We want to, again, I use the word curate, and I use it to specify that we look at all the treatments out there, and we judiciously go through all the data, all the evidence, right? And we pick out the ones that are backed by science, evidence-based, to work first, and equally to do no harm.